This is Jonah from Typewriter Minutes. Today we are going to be doing a for sale review of a 1978 Brother Charger 11, which we like to call the Bumblebee.
Picked this up not too long ago. Really liked the yellow color when I spotted it, and I can't tell if it's original factory paint or if it's been repainted. If it was repainted, they did a really good job, and it looks like a professional paint job. I've never had the bright yellow Brother Charger 11, and so I'm not sure if it's original or not. I would question whether it's original because somebody removed the front silver base plate or face plate that usually says Charger 11. This actually improves the look, I think, because I kind of like having the black keys in front of the yellow face plate there. But they did a really good job with the repaint, if it is a repaint. There were a few scuffs on the corners and a few other places, which hopefully you can't see because I touched it up with testers. I did some paint matching and it turned out really well. So overall, just a really cool looking machine. I'm a big fan of Brother Charger 11s, one of the most reliable typewriters you'll ever get. They're simple, easy to take apart for cleaning and maintenance. We did have this thing completely apart, give it the full chemical clean, and I'm going to pass this off to Jonah here. I'll show you, don't cover the microphone with your fingers there. Lift this up here. It's got new rubber feet on the bottom. It had old gray crumbling ones, so I put new rubber feet on. You can see the bottom's in really good shape. Under the ribbon cover here, these rubber bumpers still feel as good as new. Sometimes I replace those if it needs it. These didn't need to be replaced, but I did replace these rubber grommets that hold the ribbon cover in place. Those were gray, and those were, I think one was missing and one was crumbling. So it's got nice soft grommets in there now. It has the very familiar Brother Charger 11 type basket. So it's a carriage shift machine, but a very light shift on the pinkies. So we've installed a new black and red ribbon that has eyelets installed for the ribbon reverse system. And we'll go ahead and put this back on. It's got a standard QWERTY layout. There's no dedicated one, an exclamation mark. So for the number 1, you got to use a lowercase L. And then for exclamation mark, you use the apostrophe backspace period. So we'll give a twirl around the back here. Here's your carriage release lever in carriage lock. When you're ready to put it away, pull it up, and then it stops and centers it to put it in the case. And when you're ready to type, that goes down like that. It's got a single carriage release lever on the right side. Nice loud bell. Has this piece is a single piece that wraps around the back. It's made out of plastic. One side had a little hairline crack in it, and I've reinforced that on the inside so it's at least as strong as it was when it left the factory. It's got push and slide margins. There's your right margin, left margin. It's just bulletproof design. Push and slide. Get your line space selector over here for single, space and a half, double space. Come on up here, cameraman. And then way up at the top is the R. That's the release. So if you put that all the way up there, the clicks go away and you can go wherever you need to on a form. So that's your line spacing. Paper release lever is, come on up here, Jonah, is right there. If you put the paper in crooked, you just lift that up, scoot your paper, and then flip it back. It's got a little triangular paper bail. Brother didn't put paper bail rollers on theirs. They just did a triangular paper bail, and it works perfectly fine. The one thing I love about Brothers, even though the rubber feet sometimes get hard, the original platens on these are almost always still soft. I mean, I can stick my thumbnail in there and it's got a nice soft platen, so that's a cost savings there, not having to get a new platen to get your machine in tip-top shape. So there you have it. There's your color selector, black, red, and stencil. We'll take one more look around and then we'll do a type test.
Before we do a type test, my dad's going to show the case.
So here is the black plastic clamshell case that you see with just about every Brother Charger 11. This one is in really good shape. We've cleaned it up. It still has sometimes the little posts here. You see that? Sometimes those are broken off, but those are still in there. Those go into the 2 slots in the back of the machine. I'll show you. When you're ready to put it in the case, it goes in that slot and that slot. So when you're ready to put it away, you just pull the machine over, or pull the case over the machine, jiggle it a little bit, and then it clicks into place. So it's got the cool Bumblebee look to it. And I actually forgot to show one thing. Before I put it away, I usually I make one of these. This is just a little foam roll. And a lot of times the paint here on the ribbon cover is chipped because when this return handle comes down, it can get knocked against that ribbon cover. So before I put it away, I put that little foam thing on there. Makes it a little bit more snug when you put the case on. That way the paint doesn't get messed up. There you go. You're good to go.
And now for the type test.
So I'm not using it now for this type test, but we always include one of these rubber mats. You put that under the typewriter and it really keeps it from scooching around. Even though it has brand new rubber feet that are grippy, on some surfaces it can scooch around a little bit. That's not a problem on this wood table. But we do include a little typewriter mat when we sell these. Oh, I forgot to mention, down inside here there's a foam mat on the bottom. The one that this came with was all torn. So that's actually a new old stock foam mat that we got from another parts machine. And just part of the repairs. Okay, 2 pieces of paper. It's probably overkill since this has a nice soft platen, but we'll do 2 pieces. Do a couple lines on black. There's the bell. And there's the line lock when you get to the end. So margin release. I love the way Brother JP1 models like this type, super snappy, super responsive. This one does not have a touch regulator, but I don't think you really need it on the Brothers because they just have a really nice snappy touch, and I don't miss it. I don't miss not having that feature. Okay, we'll do red. Alright, let's pass that off. You can see, if you'll pardon the typos, there's a nice crisp typeface. So very reliable, compact, portable machine in cool Bumblebee colors.
What about pros and cons?
So when we do a full review, we type up a list of pros and cons. It's a quick sale video, so we're not going to type anything up. But the pros are the really nice black and yellow color scheme on this. It just looks like a little Bumblebee. Lightweight, ultra portable, very reliable. I'm a big fan of Brothers. I'm a big fan of the fact that the platen is still soft and like new. The feet are new. It's got new rubber bumpers under here. New rubber grommets, and the other rubber bumpers are still in good shape. So I would say excellent little typer. As far as cons, I guess some Charger 11s have metal backplate. This one here is plastic, but you know what? This thing's not quite as old as I am, but it's still in excellent shape. So it's survived, and the black plastic doesn't chip. So it's, I guess, a pro or a con, depending on how you look at it. It did have a little hairline crack in here, which I think I mentioned earlier that I reinforced. So, any other cons? I guess there's no pop-up paper support on some of the Ultra Portables. There's a little pop-up paper support on some Brother models. Does not have it on this one. It's not a big deal. It just keeps the paper from flopping over backwards when you're typing. But for me, I'm usually paying attention to what's here, not what's on the paper that's flopped over backwards. So that's about it for pros and cons.
If you are interested in buying this typewriter, you can contact us directly, or we'll put a link in the comments to the eBay sale. Thanks for joining us on Typewriter Minutes. Be sure to share, link, like, and subscribe. Bye!